Hello, and welcome to the talk show, the successful one this time, with
Alright,
interviews from all three teams, hopefully.
all three, the top three, not all three in the league. There's what is there, 14?
Yeah,
Something.
my point got across.
The big two teams and Little Old Viral.
Yeah, basically.
He's your host, Shark, and I'm your host, Twitch.
No Cade, yet again.
Whoa, all right. Let's not be like that. He said he had an emergency.
I
Thinks
know.
someone dropped bombs on his house or something. That's a no. But you know.
Yep. But today is going to be interesting because it's what I tried yesterday but failed to do.
Interviewing, streaming, it's all a tough job, Shark. I mean, we couldn't ask for any less of you.
Wow.
Wait, any more?
No,
Sorry.
I could just like not provide the ability to stream this.
My concentration was scuffed because I'm watching the stream and it's still not got us on it. It's like more than a minute delay. Also, my
I
PlayStation
know.
is the loudest thing in the world right now. Still, stop playing.
We can't hear it though, so we're fine.
Oh, that's nothing. Well, I can bloody hear it. We're gonna be interviewing Aporia first. Then we'll probably talk about the staff changes and stuff. Then we'll interview Imperfect, and then might be interviewing one other member of Viral, but also we're Viral, so we can interview each other.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, so we just do that. Okay, but I will let Aporia know they can join.
So Aporia will be with us momentarily. There we go. In start. Oh, is this a final? They played Clouds and Icon. Clouds got to play. That's so good. That's so kind. That's so nice. Right, I'm looking at the doc. I like how you just have personalized questions off the top of your head, as if I'm gonna know what's going on. Yeah. I wonder if Clouds could have done the interview.
Well, I told Xcred to bring 1 to 2 members with her. So.
Well, this will do. Hello.
Oop, that's one of them.
Hello.
Hello.
2 of them. But hello again. Actually, no.
Hello.
It's again for you. And hello for the first time to Tizbullet. I need to check who this is.
Hello to Xcred and Bullet Stopper.
Thank you. I should have put 2 and 2 together.
Xcred the main tank and Bullet Stopper the Bullet Stopper. What do you play?
I play support.
I'm not very attentive. I'm sorry. This is going great.
The two roles that don't get the most attention, or that get the least attention. Yeah, you get my point.
Oh no, I love main tank. Come on.
Fair point.
So Shark, are you gonna do this thingy?
Okay.
As you can see, our talk show is not scuffed. We have a lot of structure, and
we
have
actually
a
have
professional,
structure this time.
hard-working individual. I mean, we have a base structure, but it's sort of a
lot of hard work.
But did you remove? Okay, you didn't. Okay.
You did?
Yeah. Question number 1: what were your overall reactions when the game ended, or when you realized how it was gonna come to an end?
I think a lot of us was just like really tired of playing.
Yeah,
and, like,
we were just so done.
we were just
like that many maps is so much, and especially like we had other games for another team as well, so it's just like it was just so much Overwatch in one span, and I was just like done.
Crying. But it's just like the team that I would have liked losing to like that would have been imperfect. Like it was really good.
Definitely.
Like
it's probably the most
over
competitive
first
game.
half, like I mean, at the end, like you could tell just Aporia just like
died.
Not anymore, but
yeah.
it was definitely really fun.
That's good to hear, and it's always impressive to say the least to end in second place.
Yep.
You also made us scramble because we didn't know if we needed a map 8 or not, so thank you for that one, guys.
I cried.
If we would have went to map 8, I don't know what I would have done. I
literally had to emergency commentate because no one knew what was going on. I was like, okay, cool.
I knew what was going on. Whoever the crap was with me didn't. Okay, Vile didn't agree with it.
Yeah. Well,
literally sat there and I was like, oh my god. Like, I literally told my team when you guys were discussing it, I was like, guys, we might have to go to map 8. And my whole team was fucking spazzing. Like, they were like, no, not in map 8. Like, this is already bad enough.
No more torture, please.
anything but a map at 8.
Literally.
Because, like, everybody was complaining about map 7. And they're like, oh, chance of map 8. We're all just like, fun.
Literally. That's like almost 3 hours of gaming just for one game. And it was so much. It was just a lot happening.
It would have sucked as well because you guys didn't know what map 8 would have been because we didn't prepare one. So
Yeah.
we all blew up Cray and he was like, okay, I'll do a random control map. We got Busan and you would have not been prepared for it.
Oh,
I think it was Busan.
God.
Oh,
God. That would
Busan.
have been so bad.
It also would have been bad because at the time there was a threat of power being cut to my room.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh.
That's why it
Good
ends
thing
so
we didn't go
suddenly.
that far.
The game ended and Shock was like, yeet! But it was a good time. And
It was.
Yeah.
It was very competitive
Overall-
and fun to watch.
Overall, the game was really fun. I love games that get super competitive because I mean, like, it just shows that both teams have like a lot of skill that they're just pushing out at each other. So like, it was just so much fun, and especially going against Imperfect, I love all of them so much. They're like great people. So like, it was an amazing game. Even though it was very tiring, it was still fun.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Moving on to the next question.
oh, did you think the final placement of teams was deserved? I mean, is this counting Aporia as being second, or is this counting
is-
like the league placement?
This is kind of Imperfect first, Aporia second, Vol
Okay.
third, and Pound Puppies fourth.
Honestly, I think it is. I think it's on. I can see like. I was really hoping that it would be Aporia versus Imperfect because like we always scrim against each other. We're literally like scrim buddies. So like we know how like close of a match we were because like it was very flip. Every time we scrimmed, it was very flip flop. And it wasn't always like one team rolled the other. It was always like close, like 3-2. So like it could have went either. And like I don't know. I'm just happy that it was that at the beginning, first and second. The third and fourth, honestly, I'm pretty new to the league, so I don't really know.
I still wish that like not viral. Pound Puppies didn't disband because I really would have like wished to seen that like parody, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wish Round Puppies didn't disband because I wanted to play a game that weekend, but here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think those were pretty like interchangeable. I feel like those are really strong four.
Yeah.
They have a really strong run for money as well. So
Yeah. Unity were like never noticed as one of the top teams, but they always were. But I have to say for Aporia, it was like a huge redemption arc, like from the bottom to the top pretty much.
You literally. I joined the team, and all I know is like everyone's like, "We're winning now." I'm like, "Oh, love, good for us."
yeah, we were on such a bad lose streak. It was so bad. Like and like AOA, like when I got captain, he was like, by the way, you have to win this week against at playoffs. And I was like, oh fuck me.
Thanks for
And
that
look what
bombshell.
happened. And look what happened.
Literally.
The second.
We climbed.
It's the climb. I'm sorry. I immediately apologize for that. So, next question. I think I know the answer to this. What gave you the hardest difficulty from the other team? I'm going to guess it starts with an Alexis and ends with an Enrique.
Well, he didn't show up until
no.
near the end.
It actually wasn't him.
Oh,
It was okay.
It was the strat was from Alexi. Like purely
Yeah, no,
it was
see,
the morale
him
boost
coming
and the
in,
strat.
yeah, the morale for like our team, him coming in, we're just like, oof, no, not again, please. But like
Please,
that
please,
happened, and then like once they started running triple DPS, it was just so hard to deal with that like it just like we were just done. We didn't want to do it anymore. Already being tired from the first 4 rounds, like we're just like, oh, okay, we just need to do this, keep going, it's okay, guys. But like that can only help so much because like we were all just done already, and we're just like, oh no, now it's triple DPS time. So then, right as that they pulled the triple DPS strat out, that's when everyone just started like oof, it was just downhill from there, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like triple
it
DPS
was
is insane.
It's
to deal
disgusting.
with,
It's
and like
crazy.
it's like Alexi came in with like a new perspective, honestly, because like
Mhm.
he shifted their like target priorities, and that's what really
Yeah.
hurt us. Was like we could afford what they're prioritizing before, like we knew how to adjust for that, and he shifted it. It was like there was nothing we could do to like fix it
Yeah.
at that point
Okay.
in time.
And it must be disheartening to play against because, like, even when I was commentating, I was thinking, how the hell do you even counter this? Do you need to just have a better widow? But there is no better widow than Alexis. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, it was
It was
just
like there's just like one in the background. There was a Pharah. There was a Reaper. There was a Brig.
there's just so
PC
much.
fucking hell for tanks.
Yeah, you're just
Literally,
there with
it's
one
like
DPS
shield,
can't
like
do anything.
shield to the left, shield on the right. Every
I'm
time you
trying
turn
my
around, someone
best
dies.
to keep up tanks and DPS, while like the DPS are trying to deal with the other DPS, and then the tanks are getting attacked by the supports because they have a break who's basically a tank. It's just like so much was happening, and it's just like so hard to like live through anything because then you have like a Pharah above you or a Reaper coming at you in your face, and it's like there's just so much happening at the same time. So honestly, I think it just took us off guard, and we're just like ooh, and then boom. That's
It's also the
literally
fact
it.
that we had like the sizable goats nerfs in the week leading up to the
Mhm.
finals, so you couldn't just default to goats either. Well, I mean, you could, but like it was more
It was
situational.
just like even
Yeah.
then, like I don't like their triple DPS count like goats so hard. So
Mhm.
it's like can I even
It's just
make
so
it
much
fun?
damage. Like literally, like we can't do anything. We
It's
can't
really good
out
at
heal that much
prioritizing
damage.
targets.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next question? Shark, you still with us, buddy?
Yes, I am. I was listening. Okay. What was an exploit you think you found in Imperfect? Something that you were able to take advantage of for the maps you won.
Honestly, wouldn't it just be dive?
I was thinking.
They're really like as long as you're really coordinated, dive typically like
Is like their counter kind of.
it's like
It
it's like
definitely
you can
throws them off
steamroll with
guard.
dive and then once they
Yeah.
switch, then you have to switch. It's
Mhm.
like getting that initial steamroll is like
Basically, yeah. And also, I also think like having constant switches to counter what they're trying to counter you with is definitely another
you
thing
have to
too. Because like
constantly
if
switch.
if you stay on the same comp, they'll just work around it and kind of just keep rolling you. So you have to just like make like if you would see like we would make like small switches, like a DPS would switch to a hit scan, or like a hit scan would switch to like more of like a projectile, just normal DPS, and then like supports would switch around, like main support would go from like Mercy to Moira, just like small switches like that that would kind of just like throw them off a little bit. So I think
Okay.
stuff like that is really it's just like as I've heard multiple people say, it's like the minuscule plays.
Yeah, the min max. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess like especially with when Alexis comes in because he's such a good leader for them that he
Mm-hmm.
probably made that stuff happen even quicker.
Yeah,
And then just turned
definitely.
them
He
into
definitely
clockwork.
like he brought a new like perspective, especially like how Axford was saying, because like their mindset is like, oh my god, they're doing really well against us. We don't know what to do. He comes in saying we just need to do this, and they're just like taking control, kind of, and that's definitely kind of what stirred them in the direction of winning.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Being quick to switch, not falling into their pattern. Like they bait really hard to try to get you to go certain ways or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That like they like have this huge thing on Lijiang where they constantly want to wall off first. And we
Yeah.
learned like the hard way not to fall into that. So
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
I think that's another
Just
thing
don't let
too.
them bait.
As I was saying before, like we're like literally scrim buddies, like we scrimmed against each other so much. Like we kind of started both teams started picking up on like things that could like win a team fight basically. So like I think that kind of helped us in the end because like we were doing really good in the beginning because we were kind of abusing what we learned, and then once Alexi came in, he really like adapted to how we play. So he kind of just like used what we used against them basically.
Yeah, and the other thing was is like Aporia, like most of the sixes that we're using, we've never played the that were for the 7 maps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we didn't have strats going into them heavily. Like when I was captain, I never played on most of them for the league.
Okay.
It was just like a new and like, oh, what do we do here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could definitely see how that was something that could have been hard to overcome, while at the same time, them having the same issues, in theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this next question's a doozy. Do you think the same result will play out when you face next season? I don't think you can predict that shit.
Yeah, honestly, any team can kind of just take the top. It just depends on how well they all work together. Because I think this game, especially when it's like more of a team based, I honestly don't think it's individual skills. You have to work really well as a team in order to win anything, I think. Because like you could be really good by yourself, but you can't carry a whole team. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there is certain circumstances with ultimates, but honestly, there's if the other team is more coordinated than you, most likely they have an advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that's why I saw this season as like a race to catch Imperfect, because obviously they're all close in real life. So
They're super close.
their synergy is going to be a certain level that we will have to reach, because
Yeah.
we're newbies.
Yeah.
In the sense.
But next season is when you're going to see a lot of teams coming together.
Yeah.
Since they've played for 1, possibly even 2 seasons for.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Bullet Stomper question. Hanamura, second point, their second attack, you stood in the middle of the dragons and died from it. Randomly. Can't you explain yourself?
It was either I just didn't know what was happening or my controller died or something like that. It was probably something really stupid, but like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happens where I'm just like, why did I do that? Or like, what am I doing? But then like,
Okay, yeah, because
I
you
look
walked
back.
into the dragon and
Yeah,
stopped.
honestly, I don't, I don't know. Probably like either I was just done or my controller died. I don't know.
Okay. The next question I didn't go completely off topic for. Did you have any reasons for the subs you made? Or were you just making them to try and keep things new and different to Imperfect?
So starting out, okay, so like my biggest issue is for me, I don't like having set lineups, right? Idea what I want going in, but a lot of it's based off of morale. Helping with the comms, if you're not contributing in that regard, I'm not keeping you in. Especially for like Aporia, like lately we've been struggling with comms really hard. You're like making like you're sitting.
It's basically like an attitude kind of thing. Like it depends on how like if you go into the game, like when we first started, we were all like bubbly, excited, like ready to go in, and then like throughout the end, it's just like some people were just either getting tilted or stuff like that. So like that's
like more of it,
yeah.
Like for example, like when I subbed out Gods, like he was just so tired and like he played so much, he was just getting so tilted. It was like at that point, like he needed to go out because he was just like played really well, but he was just so tired. And like the other subs is more of a morale, or they wanted to be out. Like Clouds wanted to be out, like he didn't feel like he was contributing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It definitely sounds like it's a relief to be able to have so many substitutes available, because I know that's definitely a luxury that Viral doesn't have at the moment. But obviously,
we had maybe 7 players we were willing to play.
Yeah.
And most of the time, one person wasn't available. So we literally had our starting 6, and that was it.
And we also had me trying to leave after every bloody game. I would get one bad death and I'd be like, I'm out. See you later.
Nah, you don't know how extreme he went for this. He would die once. No, he would die once and say, nah, I'm out of here. Then he'll send a message in the team server like, I think I'm not doing anything. I think I'm going to have to quit. I'm not doing much for the team. You guys would be better off without me. And everyone has to talk about it.
The amount of times I tried to step down for CoCat.
Oh,
me too.
Alright, so do we have any more questions? I don't. I can say I don't. All I can do is talk about Viral. That's all I do. Talk about Viral, be a bit British, you know.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else off the top of my head. And I've ran out of the pre-planned questions too.
Have you even looked at the document, Shark?
Yes, I have. I have it open on my second monitor right now.
Can you see what I did?
Yes, I don't
Okay.
want to.
I didn't do anything
You know the face we banned?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did something. He did the same style of it, but not the same face in the document we're using.
Oh, I thought you banned the XQCM face as well.
I said I banned all faces that use this style.
Oh, okay, well, don't look now because I'm going to put another.
Screw you.
Oh no, it takes up more than one page. It's ugly.
Haha.
Gachi
but
bears.
I think that is all for Aporium.
Thank you for coming, Gloria people.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us. Love.
I'll leave.
KK, bye.
Goodbye.
That was a better exit than Double D. Alright, we're going to do viral next because Ghost has limited time.
And
That's
Kenneth
okay,
hasn't
Sharky.
said it over yet. So.
Yeah, but Kenneth said it's better for him to not be next anyway, so.
Okay. So it's
Like,
literally
he's
going to
ready,
be
but-
me and you asking questions while answering them at the same time.
Let's just ask each other questions. So, Shark, first question is, how are you today?
No, wait for Ghost.
It was a joke! You ruined the joke! Actually, Shark, I should stay silent for this because I'm going to debase the whole thing because I'm just talking to my girlfriend.
Hello?
Hello? Shark, any questions for the third place team, Viral? Never heard of them. Ghost, actually, first, can you give us a quick introduction to Viral? Because I've never heard of them before.
Wait, me?
Yeah. Just tell us, like, who Viral are, what they're about, because I don't know about them.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Alright. I heard they get carried by their off tank.
I heard they get carried by some EU Genji one trick, but
Yeah,
other
that's
than
Jordan.
that- yeah. Their main
Okay,
tank sucks.
Shark,
Okay,
give us
thank you.
structure back.
Okay. So, pre-planned question number 1 is out. We can do this one. Do you think the final placement of the teams like that played in the final, or not the finals, the playoffs was deserved?
I mean, yeah, everyone worked hard all season, and the people who are in the top deserve to be in the top, no matter the circumstances. So, yeah.
True. It was a long slog for some teams, and it was an easy ride for some imperfect teams, so, you know.
Throwing shade.
I'm not throwing shade, I'm saying they're so
I
good that they didn't even
Fair
have to
point,
try.
fair point. Yeah.
I mean, they did have to try the final, say that. Did you enjoy watching the final, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I got to watch the tail end of it whenever I think it was 10 or 15 minutes after you started commentating because that's when I got home from work. But yeah, I liked it. It was kind of like the imperfect viral game, but I mean, obviously, it was more of a better matchup. It was just back and forth the whole time.
Yeah. Well, the tail end was more one-sided than the beginning of the game because obviously Imperfect won the last 3 maps, but I mean, it was still competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying because that's what I saw.
I hate saying the word competitive. It's too many T's, but if I say competitive, then you'll think I'm talking gibberish.
Competitive.
Competitive. That's how you say it. Down here, you say competitive. Shark, help us.
No. Okay. Okay. Back to structure though.
Did you say no? No.
Pre-planned question. The next one is out of the way.
All right.
Okay, literally all the pre-planned questions are out of the way. When we face Imperfect next season, let's just go with the semifinal game. Do you think the same result will play out, or do you think Viral will win?
I'm not gonna say that I think that we'll win, but I think it'll definitely be a better matchup because we'll have our starting players, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why it was kind of roll because we just didn't have everyone, so it was hard because that's not what we practice.
Wait, we practiced?
Shut up.
We practiced and climbed together.
I was literally the only one who organized scrims, so I don't want to hear that.
All right.
I
Yeah,
organized
sure.
before you came. It wasn't much, but still.
Oh,
It was like one every 4 weeks, but it still
exactly.
existed. My computer sounds like Twitch's PlayStation right now, but moving on. I guess we'll just continue the semifinals game, so all these questions apply. What was your reactions when you lost to Imperfect in the semifinals?
I mean, I don't think we were really that surprised.
I was on suicide watch.
Yeah.
I was in a call with Ghost, and I could just see her communicating and whatever, and I just sat there with my head in my hand. Like, I was missing out on everything. I was looking forward to it so much as well, because we had a chance. We had a chance.
It could have been Viral versus Tori in the final.
Oof. It would have been Clouds against old Clouds.
Clowns versus lower SR Clouds.
Yeah. Oh, hey! That's my storyline. Whenever we play or scrim Aporia, my storyline is just we got to play against Clouds. We beat Cloud. It was good for Viral. I had a question. What do you think about, like, how confident do you feel about Viral going into next season?
I feel pretty confident because we didn't do bad this season at all. Like, third is not bad. So I honestly feel like we can only get stronger from this point because we're picking up new players, we're getting more organized, more scrims, more practice. And a new amazing co-captain. Thank you.
Yep, she is new and amazing.
You were both so bi.
Excuse me?
Did you say we're repulsive?
Bias.
Oh, I thought you said just went, you're repulsive. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I said bias.
How are we biased?
I was ready to
Ask
swear.
me the opinion of what you think my team's going to do. I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna fucking suck, dude.
I know, but Twitch does this in the actual talk show, though. That's the thing.
We're gonna suck in summer when I play. Apart from that, because obviously I'm the carry of the team and I'm not the best co-captain. I shouldn't have even started saying.
So
Great silent treatment.
Hold on, there's another question though. Completely off topic, but still on topic. Do you think there should be a best couple award next season?
I mean,
yeah,
it's not really a competition, is it?
I was gonna say, it should just be handed out to Twitch and I, obviously. Yeah. No one needs to vote because everyone hates us, but
they hate us because they hate us.
And we're annoying, but other than that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. What was an exploit you found when facing Imperfect?
Whoa, what did you say?
What was an exploit when you found when facing Imperfect?
Exploit?
Yeah.
Typing Alexis.
No, it's fucking Imperfect exploiting my PSN.
Yeah, Kenneth hacking into Twitch's uni server.
I'm in the London mainframe, guys. We're gonna win. Shows how scared they were of us. I'm sorry, Kenneth and Imperfect. It's a joke.
I mean, it's obvious that Alexis is a big part of the reason that Imperfect does well. It really showed in the final game. No shade, but they're a different team whenever they have Alexis.
Yeah, they're on another level. I mean, it's not just like the fact that he's an insane widow. It's the leadership.
Yeah, like there's no way that he's not like master of comms. What?
Kind of how we fell apart when Twitch wasn't there because our comms full of crap there too.
I mean, dude, there was like that was a bad time. That was a real bad time.
I really wish I was there. I was so ready to yell at everyone like I enjoy doing so much when we play Goats.
It helps us though. That's the thing. I
was ready. I was doing all my tongue twister warm ups.
He was rehearsing all night.
Why do I think that's not a lie?
Why is there a beer on my dresser? That's not mine.
A beer?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a Bud Light on your sink the other day. Sharks, bring us back. Bring us
Quit
back.
exposing me. Stop.
Bud Light beer.
Quit.
Dilly dilly.
Quit.
I'm quitting. Shark, help.
Okay, next question.
How do you enjoy your mod job? Sorry, I yoinked it.
Me?
Well, yeah, you're the fucking mod.
I mean, I enjoy it a lot whenever people are leaving me alone about it.
Whenever?
Same.
It's a lot nicer whenever there's not 10 people in my DMs telling me that I shouldn't be a mod.
Wait, what?
But did that actually happen?
I mean, not 10 people, but a couple.
Okay, I was about to say.
In your DMs? Oh
And
shit, I
in
didn't know
chat.
about that. Alright, I'm ready to fucking square up. I'm shutting this league down. Fuck you guys.
Not how this works, Twitch. I understand your point, so.
I mean, yeah, mod's rough. Remember the other day when I fucking woke up with 41 pings? Yeah, admin's rougher. Well, that was my off-topic question.
Okay, well, I think that is all of them, because the rest are kind of. This was the most skipped one.
Yeah,
We love Scuff.
we love Scuff. Hey, I'm just glad I got to spend time with you.
Oh my god, right? Like,
I love hearing your voice.
life isn't the same without you.
Oh. And now everyone, talk show, 0 viewers.
No, they just all left
I'm
because of
going.
my laugh.
Bye, Shorky. Bye, Twitchy.
Bye, love you.
Bye,
Have fun.
Ghost.
Hey, not on the talk show. I love you too.
I love you more.
You two are way too cute.
I got the I love you more in there, so I went really.
Okay,
Alright.
we can probably have Imperfect join, and I can stop trying to find more heroes to play in the practice range.
You're in the practice range. I'm literally.
We don't have a game.
What, a game to watch?
Yeah, so I was just in the practice range.
You're just showing some premium gameplay. Oh, I haven't looked at the YouTube chat. Oh no, fucking Nick's in the YouTube chat. You guys see Schwaby Jr. in the YouTube chat? Make sure to give him abuse because he loves it. Kenneth's talking about how he had to hack the UK PSN server. That's true. So he admits it though, but yeah. So we're going straight into
Yeah, I'm just gonna write connection now.
Question.
Okay, well, I think that is all of them.
Who is XX Epic Gamer 96 450,000 XX 69 420? What the fuck is that? I'm guessing that's why. That's probably. So yeah, we're just waiting on Kenneth now. I said I'm sorry. Why are you playing May of all people? I want to see you play Genji, guy.
Genji was there.
Oh, missed it.
It
Look
was
at his
actually
keyboard and
not
mouse
bad.
user.
I'm on my computer.
Get him banned. He's using K-ban mouse. I mean, I used to play CS:GO.
No, see, I'm
Like,
not saying I'm bad on keyboard and mouse.
years
I'm
back.
just saying I'm better on console.
Yeah, you're better at what you used to.
Yeah.
But I played fucking CS:GO a few years back, and I got my aim so good on that. I was so proud of myself. Of course, I was playing against bots, so my game sense is probably still shit. But I was hitting shots with the AWP.
I don't.
So
I
Ken
played
talked
like
about
10 games in
hacking
CSGO.
the UK server, and now he's just gone.
I think the UK found out and. went
Hey, here
after
he
him.
is. I summoned Kenneth.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Yeah. The one advantage of this happening today is there isn't a party going on in your background.
Oh yeah, but it was like an hour ago, so you're just lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do that very often.
Alex and One Shot Man gonna be here.
Maybe one shot. But yeah, it was kind of bad that we cannot like do it for real yesterday.
It was bad that my
Alex,
software messed up.
yeah, Alex is working, so he's definitely won't be here.
Okay.
One shot gonna try to join at some point, but it's not sure. So, I mean, you have to deal with only me. I'm sorry.
So hard.
I'm sure we can make do.
Right? You can just endure it for a while.
Yep.
So, questions?
Question 1, even though you know exactly what this is. Reactions when the game ended. How was your team reacting?
Well, it was kind of weird first because we were like so focused into the game that we didn't realize that until like the last few fights of Ilios that we actually had it. But once we realized, it was like a silence for a few seconds. It was like maybe a good 10 seconds of just silence, like no one talking. And then someone just yelled like, "We did it, boy!" Like, okay, let's go, and they everybody started screaming and stuff like that. So it was cool once we realized that we actually did it. But yeah, it was just silence, and then everybody started yelling and screaming stuff in Spanish. So it was like,
I would have loved to hear that.
I suppose
Yeah,
after playing so many maps, you're probably just playing on autopilot at that point.
yeah. It was like we were just so into the game that we weren't even thinking about what game it was. It's just like we were just thinking about killing the freaking tank in front of us or stuff like that. We're just into the moment completely.
That makes sense. I like that. I like
you
that
can tell that the
concentration.
teams were drained at the end, though.
Yeah,
There are just more mistakes on both sides.
yeah.
Ilios was definitely the most one-sided of the maps as well.
Oh yeah, we were on fire at that point. We were just so focused into the game. Like our comms were good most of the game, but they were way better with Alex in it. And after that, basically, we just got back to what we are used to play with, and it was way more focused for everybody. So the concentration level went even higher.
I will say it felt kind of like justice that Alex had no internet because of what happened to my internet. It felt like justice, but at the same time, I still didn't see you guys not winning. So I'm glad he came back, and I'm glad you won. Sorry, Aporia, but it was also my prediction.
Okay.
I'm a better hacker than you are.
Definitely, I couldn't keep it going for 7 whole maps.
Right?
See, I still think there was something that actually happened. It's just way too convenient for that to happen for you guys.
Well, I contacted the company that does internet from uni, and they sorted it out after a few emails. So it was definitely them. It was nothing else.
Sure.
But that said, we can still accuse it on people because it's funny.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
but moving
yeah.
on. Do you think the final placement of all the teams was deserved, or at least all the teams in the playoffs?
I actually expected all the 8 teams to make it. I didn't predict the exact order because I thought Unity was going to be lower, and then Aphoria higher, and maybe Golden Lions last, and then Eternity 7 instead of but besides that, like the whole 8 teams, I think they were the better 8 teams in the league.
Okay.
So it was more about the order of predictions of outcomes and stuff like that.
I can agree with that. Although I'm interested to know why you thought Unity would be lower because they did get a lot of results.
Well, yeah. I mean, they did have the numbers and they had locked down the top 4 basically. Like Vital, Pump Puppies, Unity, and us were locked in the top 4. They were not a way for us to finish less than top 4.
Yeah.
But just talking about the quality of the team, I expected them to drop games that they actually won during the last weeks of the season. So that's what I meant with and them ending like much lower.
Okay. Maybe we should have you on the talk show when we do predictions because it sounds like you've got a lot of brain going into it. A lot of thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. You should. I actually predict a lot. We also have Avatar and a few friends. We play like fantasy Overwatch League predictions, and I'm winning,
Okay.
so I can do that. But yeah, it'll be cool though.
Okay. Yeah. Next question. What was the hardest issue, or the thing that caused you the most issue when you were facing Aporia?
Well, one of the issues that we have several issues, but one of the first ones was we realized we won't have Alex until like 2 hours before the game. So we have to scramble the lineups because I was listening to part of the interview of Aphoria, and they were saying that they didn't have like set lineups for maps, and they go more with the flow. We're the complete opposite. We're just very OCD about it, and we have like the maps break down who's gonna play what lineups we're gonna use, the sub that we have, and stuff like that. We already have that plan
Okay.
days in advance.
Yeah,
So
I
we
can
have to.
see. Sorry, you go.
No, go ahead. Shoot.
Okay, I was going to say I can see advantages with both styles of doing it because, like, it seems like Aporia is a more emotional team, so they'd have to do it like that in case someone gets tilted. But Imperfect just doesn't seem to tilt. Like, you guys seem to be laser focused on the game, so I can see why you'd have set lineups like that because you don't have to account for tilt.
Yeah. I think we are more mature overall too. Like we're older in average too. So we were playing longer. We're friends. Like we can understand when someone is having a bad game, and we don't need to rage about it. Like it's just like, okay, you're going out next map. That's fine. Like just gotta do better next game. That's it. Like we just deal with that in a much better way because we know each other in person. But yeah, coming back to the question, it was like, so we had to redo our lineups and our strategies because Alex hero pool is way wider than everybody else in the team. Even though we have good DPS beside them, we got like 5 DPS total that all of them are really good. But none of them have the hero pool that Alex had, that he can play almost basically everything and do great on it. So we had to scramble, and that messed up our plans for the first 2 maps. Especially those were the 2 that we failed. We felt the difference the most. Besides that, just speaking about Aphoria only, I think they are, when they are like in the zone, like when they're playing at the best, they're just too much. Like honestly, they are talent wise, I think they are just the better team. We just a better machine working together. But when they are doing their stuff and they're playing at the biggest level, that just very difficult to handle.
Okay.
That's very humble.
It is. But
I mean, I
moving
think the
on.
same
Oh,
from
go ahead,
like
my bad.
seeing Emporia play. No, that's fine. I was just gonna say I feel the same seeing Emporia play, but I still think Imperfect is just the best team in the league by in so many regards. But that's just an opinion.
Okay.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with, if we speak about team, like considering all the factors that make a good team, I can agree to that. It's just like talent wise, I think they are slightly, maybe a notch in a few positions higher than us. But yeah, we just have more chemistry, and we just have better mentality approaching the game.
So are you guys scared that as teams like Emporia get more chemistry as they play together more, do you think that there'll be a catch up and maybe you'll start losing some games?
I mean, they beat us 4-0 in the season.
Oh yeah, true. But I mean, losing more than one game. Do you think more teams will catch up? Is what I mean, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And we haven't screamed like every team in the league, but we have screamed most of the top half of the teams. and most of them really did well in scrims against us. Like we lost maps to several teams and stuff like that. So it's more about they working their own problems inside than us doing like much better than them. So if they just fix what the problems that they have, it will be much closer overall, in my opinion.
I like that. I'm looking forward to it next season, and we definitely need to scrim soon because I feel like it's been a while since we scrimmed you guys.
It has been.
Yeah.
So, in other words, you available this weekend?
We are. We're Sunday actually. Sunday we are.
Sunday, huh?
I Twitch. If you and Jordan can make it, I'm willing to do that.
I think Ghost is working on Sunday, but no, not we. They ignore that. But I think Ghost is working on Sunday. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, done scheduling scrims. On to the next question.
We'll take it to the DMs.
What was an exploit you found? Or did I already ask this? No,
Can you repeat the question?
What was an exploit you found when
wasn't
facing
here.
them?
Oh, I think Alex answered that question already. But one of the things that we figured out that he brought it to light actually when he started playing with us is like we needed to divide their attention. Like if we just focused on playing like very standard Overwatch, just focusing in one target at a time, they were better than us. But if we try to divide their attention, then we could thrive on that chaos. Like for example, when we were playing triple DPS, basically what we're trying to do is create space for Pharah player like Charo. He was playing Pharah, and then Defray was playing hit scan, but only focusing on the opposing hit scan. In this case, Toscanite, just basically like a duel. And then Alex was just counter picking to whatever helps the tank line at the moment the most. So basically, what we're doing is like divided the team to just to make them choose what type of matchups they're going to take, and we seem to do better when we're doing that. So that's why once we started running like triple DPS, it was a little bit more one-sided in our favor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the hit scan, focusing the other hit scan was definitely important because Charo was doing so much on Pharah, but just because the other hit scan had too much to focus on and couldn't counter the Pharah.
Exactly. So that was one of the exploits, and the other one that is, I think it wasn't like so big as the first one. It was like their supports were predictable. Like we were able to know where they're going to move, what they're going to do next. So we were able to create picks just by cutting it out that the Mercy is gonna try to rest now, and there he was, the Mercy trying to rest. And so besides that, I don't see any other like major exploits that we actually did.
Yeah, well, no, it seems so much more one-sided when Alex came in, so you can see that he definitely had that difference.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah. So I've just been told Shark's mic has died, so it's just me this time. I don't think I have any more questions. Although I'm interested to find out what you think about Viral, because we know you watch a lot of this league, and we know you have your thoughts and everything. So I just want to know what you think of Viral.
I think Viral is like one of those like dark horses type of teams. Like in the day they can beat anyone, but in the day they can also lose to anyone. So
I'm nodding my head. I do agree.
Yeah, it's like you can either overperform extremely like higher than expected, or you can underperform beyond what your heart can take. But I think you guys are really good, and one of the things that you guys have good is like chemistry, like not in-game chemistry, but outside the game chemistry. Like you guys like playing with each other.
Yeah.
So that's very important because if you only play as a team because you want to win, it's very hard to keep the morale. Like one of the reasons we don't tilt is because we're friends outside of the game. Like I can be mad at you because you didn't heal me, for example, or because you didn't listen to my calls, but that doesn't mean that I will stop like talking about, I don't know, like football or something like that with you after, because we are friends already. So
that makes so much sense. Yeah.
So it's easier to build a team when you already have friendship. So you guys got that going. And besides that, the talent is there. It's just like focusing fire, adapting better to the switches. Like don't be so stubborn on certain lineups sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a me problem. I always stay on Genji for too long, and it always, I always feel bad about it.
Yeah, but besides that, I think one of the hardest game we had this season was the very first one, I guess, Vital. It was definitely the hardest 4-0 that we ever had. Because it was like every game was really close, even though we won all of them.
Well, I mean, I all I remember from that game, I don't remember it too well, but I just remember getting tilted because Alex would literally click my head non-stop.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I feel like
he just does that.
I felt like I was a lot more polite at the start of the season, Shark, though, because like back when like I wasn't co-captain and I was just a member of Viral, I would not yell as much. But when I get tilted towards the end of the season, I just yell, and I'm so bad at that. I need to change that.
I remember when we first picked you up, you were so you were like talking about how you were worried you were going to drag the team down because you weren't always going to be available, and you were like so kind to everything, and then look what happened.
And now I'm just happy dragging the team down.
It's a cancer that you let grow.
Why did you let me grow, Shark?
Right.
Because you're a friend. Friends let people grow, even if it's in the wrong direction.
That is. We got the chemistry. So I don't think I had any other questions.
I don't have any other either off the top of my head. And we've run out of the pre-play.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, it's like I just wanted to make clear that one of the reasons I was much better once Alex came back, besides that he's a monster, besides the obvious, of course, but one of the reasons that we were did much better is because we practice with each other every day. Like we play together on quick play most of the time because of the freaking SR cap, but we play out together and we know each other. So one shot Alex and I, we have the shot calling very organized in our team. Like we divide the roles, like what we're doing. Like one shots take care of like alt management, like try to predict what they have, what they don't have, what they use. I control more the tempo of like when to push, when to back out, when to be aggressive, when to hold, and stuff like that. And then Alex takes care more of like the tactics, like maybe switch to this hero, maybe do this, maybe let's use this ult here because he's gonna give you an advantage for the next fight and stuff like that. So we know our roles very well. And having the three pieces together just make us more better, like more a better team because we're just used to play that way. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
So it was like a psychological factor more than just the talent that Alex brings to the table.
Yeah, and we definitely were thinking that. We didn't think it was just, oh yeah, he clicks heads, because there was a change in your whole style when he came in, and Aporio acknowledged.
Yeah, it's not just like raw power of just him clicking headshots and getting picks and stuff like that. It's more about the chemistry of his leadership, because he's a leader in the team too. Like besides me and One Shot, so we basically make us each other better.
Yeah, so it's definitely similar to how Viral played without me, because well, we were gonna definitely play Goats against you, and when it comes to Goats, I just do all of the talking. I
Yeah,
don't
you're
let
the
anyone
peanut
else
butter of the
talk.
team.
In other comps, it's different. Like Shark's very good at telling us what comp to play and whatever. But like when it comes to inner fight, most of us just concentrate, so we all just like go quiet. So I take it upon myself to just yell what we should do and say we have to do this, we have to do that. And then I'm good at ult tracking as well for most heroes in the game, so I do that too. But I think spreading it among 3 people and having them do an equal part of the leading is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, it definitely works. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. It was very exciting. It was a long grind. It was like almost 4 months playing, but it was
Yeah.
fun in the way. It was fun. There were some moments that were very shaky, but there were others that were really fun. So we enjoyed it, and we were gonna try to do it next season.
I'm looking forward to commentating on more imperfect wins, because obviously when I came into the finals, I did the last 3 maps and you won them all.
Oh yeah, like you were the lucky charm for sure.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, can I ask, like, if you remember, how did you react after you got 4-0'd by Aporia earlier in the season?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Oh yeah. Basically, we weren't surprised because the fact that we lost, because we were expecting that we were going to lose at some point. Like it's very hard to go like 12 weeks performing extremely well. That's almost impossible. It's very difficult. But one of the few sensations that we have at the moment, besides being sad because we lost, is like we got exploited in our weakness. Like they teach us so many lessons that day that we were just like in learning mode. Like we were just like, holy cow, we're so bad at Overwatch. Like we need to do so much stuff that we haven't done before. Like we need to actually be able to learn other styles, be able to react and adapt more to team play styles, because they were the first one to actually play like a coordinated dive against us, and we were just crap against it. So it was more like a learning curve for us than just like tilted because we lost. Like at some point, like the next day, we didn't even care that we actually lost the game. We were just freaking out how to counter it next time. That was what we were doing, and we started like it was like a turning point. Like we started screaming more, practicing more, switching out of the comfort zone more, and we actually screamed Aphoria like 7 times after that. So
Wow.
yeah, so yeah, we become official scream partners, like for real. So it was like a learning curve for us, and it was actually I'm very happy that we lost that game, even though we could have like go like for the record like in the defeated season and stuff like that. But it made us so much better as a team overall after that defeat, because it humbled us down, but also
Yeah.
make us make us see that we actually have big flaws that we need to improve if we wanted to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I definitely think there's certain things you couldn't see unless you get taught a lesson. So, if anything, Aporia just helped you to surpass your limits, which makes them evil. How dare you, Aporia? Why would you let Imperfect get even stronger?
Yeah, I think that's an advice for most teams in the league. Like, don't crumble. Like, don't let the result define the outcome. It's not the same. Just try to read between the lines and what you can take away from those defeats and improve from them.
I definitely think a lot of teams could learn from Perfect, especially in terms of attitude, because I mean, I know Viral has been victim to being tilted and, like giving up after losing one map and whatever. So
that's really annoying too.
At least you don't explode
when I'm trying to cheer one up.
At least you don't explode after losing in the playoff.
no, my internet exploded. Tell you that.
Yeah, other teams just dissolve after playoffs because they can't handle it.
Yeah, that's strange now I think about it. Like, even Golden Lions changed to Righteous Chads, and I think Eternity are the survivors, and then obviously us, the big three.
We changed our logo, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, not. Well, yeah, the big three. Yeah, I can agree. I was going to say that you were wrong if you said top 4, but yeah, you said it right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. So, are we out of questions now? Because
Yes, we are.
I am definitely out. So yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Kenneth.
All right, you're welcome, guys, and thank you for having me.
Yep, glad to have you.
It's been fun.
Yep, and scream you. We're gonna be scream you soon.
Yes.
Let's go.
Clash of the Titans.
But now to
Bye-bye,
talk.
guys.
Bye. But now to talk about the most controversial subject of this past week.
Here we go.
Changes.
The promotions that we almost accidentally leaked a couple of weeks ago. Yay!
I think I might have actually leaked it and nobody was paying enough attention to notice it.
Really? How so?
Yeah. I think when I was telling you what I thought I was planning to bring up to Cray, I left it up at the start of the stream chat and I showed that for like half a second or something like that. But if somebody was paying enough attention and paused it, they could have figured out what staff changes were. Because Craig confirmed that and literally nothing was changed.
Oh. Well. Wait, I need to sneeze, so
Okay,
you're gonna have to deal with that.
Okay.
We're good. We are good. What were we talking about? I entered another plane.
Changes.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm just gonna really list them off because we could talk about the controversial ones, but that's about it.
They're still controversial? I guess there's been a couple.
Well, they're not still controversial, but like the ones that were controversial.
Yeah.
Megamir was demoted to Mon. That was heavily debated. Just to clear that up, that wasn't something that was like incisive. That was very debated. Nakashima to Mod, that wasn't controversial. Nocturnal Rage to Player. That was controversial, but overall it was a pretty unanimous decision.
It was forced to be controversial, I would say. It was
to not be biased to anything.
Twitch. I'm not being biased. It was forced to be controversial because it was talked about a lot. Like Nakashima being down to Mod was just accepted, and he didn't refute it. But not being put down to a player, a lot of people she talked about it, and a lot of other people talked to it as a result of that. So it was forced to be controversial. There's no bias there. That's just a fact.
Okay, sure. But moving on. Excellent. I pronounced this right when it wasn't going. Are you kidding me? Exandrel was demoted from Mod to Player. Mr. J was demoted from Mod to Player, and Vince was demoted from Mod to Player. None of those were controversial. Promotions. Kato 24, Mod to Admin. Twitch, Mod to Admin. The only bit of controversy is the amount of power on Viral now, but even though I hope you realize we do not hold a majority on staff at all, so we cannot.
I don't understand what people think we're going to do with this invisible power that we have. All we care about is upholding the fucking league. We're in this position because we're trying to do well for the league. But
exactly. But Nick Pro was promoted from Player to Mod, no controversy. Ghost Malone, Player to Mod, similar controversy to Twitch, and there was a lot of other crap there too, but it was really well deserved because she's a lot more respectful than like 90% of you in general chat. So,
what were you saying? Sorry, I missed that last bit. You were talking quickly.
Ghost is more respectful than like 90% of the people in general chat.
Oh yeah, and people don't understand how many people she's helped out in this fucking league. Like, they just see her being cringy with me in Gen Chat. Well, no, I'm the one being cringy. She just responds. But she's been an ally to almost everyone in this league. I don't think. I mean, I thought she didn't have any enemies because she's just nothing but nice. And then it turns out apparently people do not like her. So
yeah,
that was a kick in the bollocks.
But moving on, Avatar Corona from Player to Mod. No controversy there, which I'm glad.
He's the league's dad,
basically. And DMK from Player to Mod.
DMK,
there was surprisingly controversy there.
Was there?
There was. some people were saying that he didn't deserve it. Even though,
Oh,
yet again, similar things from Ghost.
active,
More
positive,
respectful,
helpful.
active, responsible, positive, helpful. A lot more than everybody else that was complaining. So, I don't know
Okay,
what to say there, but...
I'm seeing people in the chat talking about my sneeze.
Your sneeze was...
I sneeze like that. Ask Ghost.
That's your actual...
Fuck's sake.
I thought you were joking.
No, my sneezes are. I mean, they're always different. Like, it's not like that every time. But yeah, I have some weird ones.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
No, it's fine. Ghost laughs every time I fucking sneeze anyway, and she takes the piss out of it. She's like, "Oh, did you just go oh at the end of your sneeze?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I do." And breathe.
Okay, I'm back.
Was there
I
anything?
was actually crying.
I should have muted myself. I apologize.
No. You're forced to sneeze on comms every time you have to sneeze now.
Well, that was a cough. No one wants to hear a cough.
Yeah, fair, but still. When you sneeze, it has to be on comms now.
Okay.
Every
I mean,
single time.
on Overwatch, I took off my push to talk button, so you'll definitely hear it now.
Okay. And,
We've got nothing else to say. I mean, more news is Golden Lions changed their name to Righteous Chads.
Viral changed their logo, which you can see right here as I spend time trying to find the Viral tab.
We'll let you decide whether the name Righteous Chads is an upgrade or a downgrade. We'll leave that up to you.
Y'all toxic.
We'll keep it in all your opinions. There's no toxicity. What do you mean?
No.
Is that
Also,
that's pretty much it?
There are some free agent teams coming in soon.
Yes.
Can't really review more about that, but that's all I can say. I think that is all. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone from Britain.